Hello, this is Alechius, and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I do have a little bit of a cold, so if I sound funny, that's why. And I'll do my best to edit out any sniffles or coughs. Looking through the Naval Academy, I do want to hit up these newer missions first. The next one being the Meet the US Battleships. 2 large experimental battleships in the 1920s and of US design are your main adversaries. Your mission is to build a squadron of heavy capital ships and destroy the 2 enemy battleships that oppose you. These battleships are of experimental US design. They're not particularly fast and are quite cumbersome, but feature excellent fire control and protection systems. Seem pretty historical. You must not underestimate their escorting destroyers, which will surely attempt to torpedo you if you approach dangerously close to them. We get to choose between a battleship, a battlecruiser, and a heavy cruiser. We have pretty significant boost to technology. Maximum firepower, which will probably be it. Plus 10% gun long-range accuracy. Reduced penalties to sea conditions. More penetration. We have survivability for resistance, hull form, boiler weight. It includes removability too, so 4 engines. Fire extinguishing. Mixed technologies. Ooh. So we get a little bit of both. Or more funds. I'm still going to stick with the enhanced firepower. We'll see how it works out. So the question is, do we want Dreadnought 2 hull or Battlecruiser 2 hull? Better hull form for speed, lighter weight, stability, more floatability, a lot less resistance. And larger secondaries. Or we get a series of casemates. Still get geared turbines, or regular turbines. We do get oil. The engine costs a lot more for that though. Forced draft boilers. We're up 3 easily. Bulkheads. Anti-flooding. Let's start with maximum bulkheads. Maximize our citadel protection or the armor strength and the resistance. Less torpedo damage and flooding. You know what, let's go max on all. We really haven't done that recently. Rudder shift speed, turning rate, water pumping, ship repairs, better turning rate. These are all very good things, especially when you're expecting torpedoes. A little bit more range, more penetration, more shell damage. less muzzle velocity. We'll start with super heavy, we'll see where it goes. The high TNT, how much does that help weight? That saves us 100 tons. Could go for the tube powder for the penetration damage. White powder, of course, for across the board minor bonus, including even more range. Ballistite for even more range than white powder. I'm kind of tempted to stay at range for them. Basic accuracy, long range accuracy. More qualities at 98%. Also dial it back to regular TNT. Less damage, more shell penetration, we still get the hull weight bonus. It's expensive. We might not need to have increased turret rotation. I'm going to start with it though. Same with auto loading. Right, it's gun aiming and turret traverse are the main malices. Standard 19-inch torpedoes. There's our long-range accuracy. Looking at that aiming speed bonus. With our cost, looks like we can get multiple battleships depending on how things work out. We have our towers, are pretty heavy, but damage control and accuracy bonuses are everything. Secondary towers, we're looking at much the same thing, straight line increases, and we get that rear elevated barbat. Funnel wise, we'll get to that. Main gun wise, what are we looking at? Mark 1s for 15s and 16s. But it is a 16-inch gun, does plenty of penetration and damage, sacrificing a lot of that to go down to 14s, but we get Mark 3s. Along with the higher reload time. Geez, twice as high with almost as much penetration. Let's see, 10-kilometer range for our accuracy. 15-kilometer, 20-kilometer. Yeah, the 14s are looking pretty good. I think we're going to go with the 14s. No free placement of barbettes yet. Let's see, what's the reload time for triples? And unfortunately, we don't know what the malice for triples would be at this point. Typically, the duels work out a lot better. So I'll stick 4 duels on there. We have our casemates, which I don't think... Oh, well, we can stick 8s on there, wow. That'll reach out. Even 5s will get out to 10 kilometers, but the accuracy is atrocious. Might go with 6s. The 8s have better accuracy at 10 kilometers. But it's a difference of a Mark IV versus a Mark III. And a lot lighter. And fires twice as frequently. Frequency is definitely needed for the anti-destroyer aspects. Just looking exactly where do we want this to be. I think to have 1% accuracy at range, we're going to look at six-inch casemates. Maximum, which I know the field of fire for some of these is not that great. It's fine. And I don't think there is a little bit on the superstructure. Okay. And we'll put them on. 3s are not a big deal. They're lightweight. I'm not expecting them to accomplish too much though. And I don't think secondaries are really going to help us too much. Might put something at 4 inches on there. We'll see. We'll put a pair of torpedoes. I don't expect to use them though. They're 60 tons each. It's not that much. We do need our funnels, which we may be able to get away with very light funnels. I want to leave it open initially in case we wanted to put something in the gap. I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm going to need extra weight. Let's go to the maximum. Squeeze that in. And these ones got squeezed a little bit too. Barbette wise, yep, it goes there. Weight offset is atrocious. Get our funnel in there for now. We only need 1 standard funnel, so we can stick more on there. We could do a centerline turret. I think we'll just add lots of funnels. That costs a lot of weight though. This is a battleship. It is going fast. May be able to get away with dropping it down to 24 knots. Do 2 funnels. With the 16-inch guns, we want to have at least a 5-inch deck. And we're just so overweight. Can move to geared turbines. But we're definitely only going to have 1 ship, if that's the case. We can drop down to standard bulkheads. Or we could drop the torpedo protection some. And keep the bulkheads. So 5-inch deck. Could do the 25-inch belt. I don't think we'll get that close. Aim to stay outside of 5 kilometers. 20-inch would be ideal, but that's a lot of weight. I don't think we're going to be able to achieve that. That's a lot of weight we can save with that. The question is where to save that weight. Do we drop the armor? Do we drop some of our nice to haves? The main guns have quite a lot of extra costs to them. You can definitely drop that some. Full weight. That'll save us a lot. Can just go standard. In which case we're looking at 60-second reload time, vice 40-second, which is significant. Can lower our torpedo reloads. We're looking at 120 tons to have our torpedo launchers. Not adjusting the rangefinder. Lose the radio. This is now a very expensive ship. Can reduce the barbette. I don't want to get rid of the double bottom. Although that is pretty significant, isn't it? Citadel, we can skimp on that. That's pretty significant. But I don't want to for the armor protection. Down to standard bulkheads. Drop the speed some. do like that we get the ship repair bonuses for the auxiliary engine. Have the money, we can spend it ruinously. How do we squeeze a little more out of this? Now I don't want to go less than 21 knots. Shell weight I don't think is costing us that much. I don't want to reduce the amount of shells we have. So let's look. I think we're probably facing 14-inch guns, but there's a possibility we face 16. They said experimental US battleship. Sounds like they're following the standards. Could be something like a New Mexico with 14-inch barrels. Could be something like a Colorado with 16-inch barrels. So what kind of immunity zone do we want? Drop the belt extended. Aim to have an immunity zone from 5 kilometers for the belt extended from 10 kilometers. The deck is fully protected, but if we get in under 4 inches, and then maybe drop the secondary some. That's not helping that much. We don't have to eliminate too much more though. Don't want to get rid of anti-torp 1. Can lose the barbettes, one of the ones I find the least useful. Although barbette damage now equals turret damage now. And is there any way? I don't think we're going to be able to save enough cost to bring this in under 131,000. Not going to make much of a difference. Combined with a couple other things, we might be able to get 2 of these. Which I would feel a lot better about. What weight is that? Is the radio? Oh yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's significant. We'll aim to pummel them at 15 kilometers. If I go for standard reloads, we get like a 50% increase in reload times, but then we get 2 ships, which is double. That's a net gain, and there's no way we're going to be able to spend all of that money. So this works out. And with that, I may be able to add something back in. Bring her down in weight. And that's too much weight. You get 2 battleships. What can we do? Reduce that weight just a hair. Could lose the torpedoes. along with slightly lighter secondary armor. There we go. And now we're min-maxing it to get 2. I have noticed the 4-way offset. I've been keeping an eye on it. I just wanted to get this to where it needed to be first. That's a pretty significant malice, and we're going to go from looking like something British to something more Japanese. There we go. So we're looking at a difference of 8%. Almost 30%. Vice. Well above. So yeah, getting rid of this is well worth it. Have a big gap in the middle, but we're not going to be able to do too much with that. And move the funnel back a little bit. Kind of put it in the shadow of the towers, not that we can really protect our funnels too much. And there we go. I think we have something workable. Ooh, that's not good. Maybe they didn't like how I squeezed those casemates in. I stuck them in anyways. I'm not quite sure what that error would be for. Bump it up to ×5 and we'll see where we're at. Enemy smoke spotted to the north. And we want to close as rapidly as possible. There they are. Close directly. We have not spotted them. Environmentals. Pretty typical. Wow, a hit so far. I heard the dong of ricochet. There we go. Started a couple fires. They are 12 kilometers away. We'll need to get broadside and slow down combat a little bit. Not too much. This episode to be reasonably long, and we're dealing with very poor accuracy at significant range. Although we still did get a penetration. Let's see smoke from the destroyers. What are we looking at? That looks like we're probably dealing with New Mexico. 12, 14-inch guns. at a penetration. It is a 14-inch gun. Oop. Need to worry about torpedoes, so we'll keep an eye over here. We are under 10 kilometers. Let's be a little bit more aggressive in turning. Oh, and there we go, torpedoes. That is a pretty short notification. I think the Lorraine's going to eat one of those. Drop speed to 18 knots. Oh, right in between. Okay, turn harder. Oh, we got a good hit. Sunk. Very good. I think we turned just in time. Ooh-wee. Alright, back to a parallel course. I don't know, I'm tempted to target the rear one because we have damage to their command, which makes them less accurate, which is very good for us. Like, I want to beat them down by not focus one down at a time, but to beat them down and reduce their ability to fire at us at long range, hurt their accuracy, destroy their turrets, something of that nature. Let's see, we have them identified though. We're using tube powder, that's bad news. But we have a 15-inch belt extended. We'll probably get within 7,500 meters reasonably. Your accuracy, 5,000 meters is 10%. Do they live update that based on the day? Oh yeah. See, that's half the accuracy for the Yoshang. I'm gonna switch to the Nigia. Yeah, you can see the one penetration. That's cool. Still have destroyers out there. No, some flooding. Below water hit. Alright, 8 kilometers, they're at 7. Can I just turn off the 3-inch? Rudder damage, more flooding back aft. Same reload time. Ah, conning tower damage. Good. Revert the accuracy for both of them. Seem to have the advantage so far. Then Domptable is... They're getting penetrations. It's just that we seem to be getting more and better penetrations. Which I haven't really looked at their armor quality. It is amazing, but thin. I think if they're getting penetrations at this range, we're getting more. Alright, they're turning away. I won't follow up on these flooding chances though. Let's angle back in. Not too aggressively. We want all 4 turrets engaged. Although the rear turrets have good arcs. And we have comparable speeds. Oh, we're getting full-length hits now. Very likely to hit the upper belt, by the looks of it. That hit chart's... The hit widget is nice. Ooh, engine damage. More flooding, but it's hard to follow up with flooding with guns. Yeah, I got those lucky waterline hits. She looks like she's practically DIW. And we are now closing with the Yoshang. I think we should shift targets. So our hit percentage, 23%. Looks like they're angling away, which is good. I don't want to close too close. But I do like the angling we have right now. Do have a fire aboard them. I mean, we're pounding each other. All 4 turrets are engaged still, which is good. Now we're within 5 kilometers. I think we wait for the next salvo and then... There we go. Get moving over. We'll shift to extending range. There's their response. That worked out favorably for us. Few more damages. Had 17 penetrations, 42 overpens. Yeah, that was the dangerous part. Those are all partials though. There's 2 more penetrations. Those are the regular penetrations? They are. The overpens are the... Okay, so we've had 46 penetrations. Hurt their spotting, which is great. Sitting at 30% accuracy. We're double. Excellent. I have seen them drop smoke a few times, but I have not seen this mythical destroyer. Sitting at 4 kilometers. Feels way too close. Oh, that was a perfect time to switch over and see all those hit. Alright, we're going to focus down the Yoshang. You can see all those penetrations. That's brutal. Oh, that's a pretty cool heat effect. Destroyed a main gun. Wow. Okay. We'll shift rudders again, or shift angle again, angle in. At this point we're looking to close for the kill. He's taken quite a lot of damage. I don't think she's going to survive much more. Like, we've taken plenty of structural damage. Really not that bad. But to this point, we've had no major casualties. Well, it looks like we lost one of our turrets, actually. Oh, ammo detonation. That is no good. Yep, we got a little too close. Right after I said, oh yeah, we're getting all of our casualties taken care of, or we've had no major casualties. Yeah, there we go. Straight into that. Because this is really far back. Okay, all 4 turrets are still working. Looks like a shell hit the forward turret. There's the destroyer. more flooding. We're not hitting the right parts of the ship though. Get a little bit forward or aft, we could get the last damage we need. She is on fire, so she's slowly burning down that last couple percent. Ooh, that did not sound good. Couple more hits on the Yosheng. Or not the Yosheng, the Lorraine. Alright, I am concerned about the destroyers. Let us turn at this point. Yeah, we want a hard rudder over. Shift, we're within 5 kilometers. We're going to see torpedoes here at any moment. Oh, perfect. That one I don't think is going to survive. We'll keep turning on the assumption torpedoes were launched. Oh, finally got the accuracy hit from a lucky 14-inch shell at 7.5 kilometers. There we go. There, that one is done. Shift to this one. There's the torpedoes. Keep coming. Yeah, that's a clean miss. Excellent. We'll keep coming left. We'll shift over and England towards the India. More torpedoes. Oh, that looks very bad actually. One or more of us is going to eat it. Maybe I should have just kept turning away. The Indomitable would be alright, but the Lorraine would probably have been worse off. Took both? Oh, okay. See if we can get some damage decals on the port sides of these ships. Starboard side has taken plenty. We are now at 9 kilometers. I don't think they have any deck armor. So extended range might be ideal. I don't know, I think we're just going to close in directly at this point. There's a hit. There's a penetration. %20 accuracy at this range. Well, there's another penetration. Let's see, what's she looking like at this point? Looks like she's got some permanent flotation damage. Or that it's slowly pumping out at this point. The improvements to the damage control model, I think, are good for this patch. Or maybe I just hadn't noticed it as much before. Let's see, what's their armor at? 12 inches? Yeah, it doesn't matter, we're gonna penetrate easily. Alright, let's angle back out. I think we're close enough now. There we go, a little bit more flooding up forward. Ooh, even more flooding forward. Very well. I think it's pretty clear we've won this one. We're just waiting to get the last bits of damage. I think things worked out well for us. Didn't seem to have too much trouble taking out the escorts, but they were able to launch. I think that's ideal historically. I like this mission. It's a straight up battleship brawl. Like, I don't think we have enough spotting to be able to have a max range engagement. Take advantage of their thin decks. We could have stayed a little bit longer range. Now you saw at like 10 kilometers, we have a 20% chance of hitting the deck rather than the belt. That and this seems like a very American design. Very much a standard of the 20s. Oh, there we go. Did I see destroyed main gun? Yeah, the number 3 is destroyed. It's not tracking anymore. Yeah, and we're getting close enough to take some pretty significant hits now. Oh, multiple flooding. Poor Lorraine with her engine damage is lagging behind quite significantly. More flooding for us. I also think our battleship design was just about right. Just enough armor. Good guns. We stayed in our relatively immune zone for a good amount of time. I think things worked out very, very well for us. Forward turret disabled. Looks like it's still tracking. There we go. Multiple more flooding. Yeah, she's a wreck. Look at all those holes. It's a race to see whether the fire or the flooding gets her. Oh, the flooding looks likely. Oh, they go down to decimal points when it gets really low. That's neat. There she goes. Heavy flooding. So that's a wrap on that mission. Kinda already did the debrief. I think things worked out very well. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. I appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Take care.